All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a seat. We'll get started here in just a minute. If you haven't had lunch, I think there's a few potatoes left back there, so make sure you go and eat lunch. And just a couple of announcements. Remember to wear your shirt tomorrow. I know they're very beautiful, and some folks were eager to put them on today, but put them back on tomorrow and wear your shirt tomorrow. For instructors, we're going to take a group photo out here in the grass like we have for the last couple of years at 11:45 tomorrow. So bring your class up just a little early if you're in one of the other buildings, and we'll meet out here for a group photo. Bring your instrument and wear your shirt. And tonight is the square dance down at Good Times Pizza. That's right in downtown Big Stone. Hopefully you know where that's at, or you've been there already this week. If you need directions, let us know. It's at 6 o'clock. We need folks to come dance, but we need folks to come play too. So everybody's welcome to come play, come dance, come hang out, eat pizza. We're going to have a big time. And that's at 6 o'clock at Good Times. And then I'm going to give you a quick rundown of workshop options today, and then we're going to get on with the concert here. So it is Thursday, hard to believe, next to last day, but in room 218, Jeff is going to be leading the Circle of Fifths workshop again. In 219, our lovely guest, Sarah Kate Morgan, is going to be talking about the dulcimer and showing you some tips and tricks on the dulcimer. Room 119, Martha and myself and some other folks are going to swap some songs again. So bring a song that everybody can sing. And I think that might be it. Folks are welcome to jam in here as well. If you want to stay in here afterwards, you can jam. But particularly if you're under 18, you need to go to a workshop. So don't just be lollygagging in the halls. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started here. We're in for such a treat today. I've been so excited all week long for all the guest musicians that we've had visit us. We've had such a range of musical styles that represent Central Appalachia, old time and bluegrass and early country music. And you're in for a really phenomenal show today. Our friend Sarah Kate Morgan is here. She is a terrific award-winning dulcimer player, originally from East Tennessee, but lives over in Hindman, Kentucky, where she works at the Hindman Settlement School. She's the traditional arts education specialist, coordinator, director. Over at Hindman Settlement School. If you don't know about Hindman Settlement School, I really encourage you to look it up. It's a really magical place, particularly if you're interested in Appalachian literature and the Appalachian arts. Hindman's a magical town, and the Settlement School is a really magical place that I encourage you to visit. And I'm going to stop talking so we can get to the wonderful music. So please put your hands together for Sarah Kate Morgan.
Good evening, y'all. Good to hang out with you for a little bit. It's good to know there's no lollygagging around. That's really, I appreciate that. Tyler runs a tight ship. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I grew up in East Tennessee, just north of the Cumberland Gap, or just south of the Cumberland Gap in Sharps Chapel, Tennessee, just south of Bell County, Kentucky, right on the border. Well, it's so nice hanging out with y'all. I'm so appreciative to be here. This place feels really special. I always have such a lovely, soul-filling time whenever I spend time here on the mountain. I'm looking forward to Home Craft Days. It's the best party of the year. Yeah. I'll see y'all there. Thank you, thank you. That second tune, the first tune is called If I Were a Feather Bed, and it is a co-write between me and John McCutcheon, although John McCutcheon doesn't know that yet. So be sure to let him know. But anyway, a beautiful song by John McCutcheon that I added some verses to. And then the fiddle tune after that was a Bath County, Kentucky tune from the playing of George Lee Hawkins, great Bath County fiddler, called Goodbye, My Honey, I'm Gone. How many of y'all play dulcimer already? I'm just curious who I'm like, yeah. Oh, heck yeah. I knew I liked you. I knew you look nice. Many years ago, I was here for this like lovely gathering of like dulcimers and auto harps and psalteries. It was like it was such a wonderful thing. I remember that very fondly. Let's see, what do I do? I'll do a couple G Kentucky tunes. This is a little Muddy Creek, and then maybe we'll go into something else. Well, I brought over a couple instruments to just show you some fun things that I have at my house. This is the way I play is pretty. People tend to want to call me a contemporary sort of style dulcimer player, but I really think of myself as pretty traditional. In the sense that I play traditional tunes, but I try to play them everywhere on the instrument. I try to really utilize the entire instrument. So anyway, I wanted to bring you just an instrument to compare for since you guys are all nerds about this stuff like me. This is a replica of a more historical instrument from my friend Danny Cox, and I'll play a little bit on it. Notice how it's a lot smaller than the one I have. Notice that the frets, if you can squint real hard, you'll see the frets only go over one string, which is sort of characteristic of the dronal quality of the instrument. I love this one. I'll play just a snippet on this one so you can hear it. When I teach this in classrooms, I can't say that a little kitty puss died in the cellar. So I have to sing this. Poor little kitty puss, poor little cellar, poor little kitty puss, he played in the cellar. Here's another new toy that I've been able to play with. This is a baritone dulcimer. Dulcimer, the one I have over to my left is it's a standard instrument. What would be called a standard dulcimer? It's tuned to D, D-A-D. And this is tuned A-E-A, standard-wise. This is traditionally the dulcimer was lent itself real well to accompanying ballads, and even in the mountains in eastern Kentucky and here in West Virginia or Virginia, the instrument was kind of rare even to find in the mountains. But thanks to folks like Gene Ritchie and Joni Mitchell and Richard Farina, sort of the folkies of the '60s too, and spurred on by the inspiration of Gene Ritchie. The dulcimer is more popular than it has ever been, really. More people play than ever have. This is a ballad I learned from the singing of Donna Ray Norton. When I was a single girl, had shoes of the very best single girl again. And I wish I was a single girl again. Now when I was a single girl, had clothes of the very best kind. Now that I'm a married girl, I'm ragged all the time. Wish I was a single girl again. And I wish I was a single girl again. Got the dishes and clothes to wash, the spring to go to. Girl, when you get married, Lord, you got it all to do. Wish I was a single girl again. And I wish I was a single girl again. Now when your feller comes a-courtin' and takes you on his knee, keep your eye upon the sparrow that flits from tree to tree. Wish I was a single girl again. And I wish I was a single girl again. The winter's past, the leaves are green. My husband's in the ground. This house is cold and empty. No youngins are running around. Wish I was a married girl again. And I wish I was a married girl again. And I wish I was a married girl again. And I wish I was a married girl again. Thank you, thank you. Shoulder up gun and whistle for my dog. Shoulder up gun and whistle for my dog. Headed to the mountains for to catch a ground. I wish I could stick around for the square dance tonight. Sounds like a lot of fun. But I'll dedicate this one. I'll send this one out in your honor. This was one of the very first songs I really wrote. Now that I think about it, I was taking a songwriting class in school, and the prompt was go somewhere, go to an event, and write about it. So I went to a square dance. Well, you go dancing with me, my darling. Well, you go swinging all through the night. And if we go dancing together this evening, I'll make it hard for you to say goodbye. I see you singing with your neighbor. Makes me want to make you mine. But a better dancer in this whole county, oh, I'd be hard-pressed for to find. Well, you go dancing with me, my darling. Well, you go swinging all through the night. And if we go dancing together this evening, I'll make it hard for you to say goodbye. Keep your partners on your left side. Just keep your darlings all on your right. And if you stumble, just keep on a-smiling, and everything will turn out right. Well, you go dancing with me, my darling. Well, you go swinging all through the night. And if we go dancing together this evening, I'll make it hard for you to say goodbye. I see you waltzing with a stranger while I'm sitting on the sides. But when you asked me to dance the last one, it was the best part of the night. Well, you go dancing with me, my darling. Well, you go swinging all through the night. And if we go dancing together this evening, I'll make it hard for you to say goodbye. I'll make it hard for you to say goodbye. I feel like a lot of y'all are related to each other. Is that true? You look like you might be. You look like you love each other. Camps are special, aren't they? It's like a second family. I'll do a couple more I've made up. I grew up playing and singing in church. I grew up in the Quaker church, and that was my first time really making music, singing in church, singing and playing in church. And then I also grew up on a sheep farm, raising sheep for market and for 4-H. Both my folks were extension agents, so we both had 4-H on our birth certificate. I mean, there was really no option. My folks actually met that way. They were both extension agents, and they were thrown together. Pretty cute. And so this song is sort of about kind of all of that, you know. Raising sheep and being on a farm and playing and singing in church is all kind of wrapped up in this one. It's called Heaven in My Mind. I'm gonna see my daddy coming home from helping a lamb to be born in the early dawn. The talking to God, talking to God. That's where my weary feet will be when I leave this world and in heaven be. That might not be what you'd expect to find, but that's heaven in my mind. Heaven in my mind. I'm gonna see my friends and neighbors there, passing the time in folding chairs under the shade, under the shade. I'm gonna walk down to the swimming hole, let the muddy water soothe my soul and make me whole, make me whole. That's where my weary feet will be when I leave this world and in heaven be. That might not be what you'd expect to find, but that's heaven in my mind. Heaven in my mind. I'm gonna see the ones the world forgot and pushed aside without a thought, without a name, without a name. I'm gonna see the ones the church refused to love, although their hearts were pure and their hands did good, their hands did good. That's where my weary feet will be when I leave this world and in heaven be. That might not be what you'd expect to find, but that's heaven in my mind. Heaven in my mind. I'm gonna sit on heaven's front porch swing, watching the lightning bugs light up the rain. I'm gonna throw my fishing line into Jordan's stormy banks with you. That might not be what you'd expect to find, but that's heaven in my mind. Heaven in my mind. Heaven in my mind. Thank you. Well, I've talked a little bit about Jean Ritchie. I don't think many of us would really know about the dulcimer without her. Jean was a dulcimer player and a ballad singer and a songwriter from Viper, Kentucky. And she wrote a lot about the living and the dying and the joys and the sorrows of what it means to live in the mountains. All the good and the bad all wrapped up into one. This is one of her songs. Songs called the West Virginia coal mine disaster in May of 1968. There was a mining disaster that happened in Hominy Falls, West Virginia, where a continuous operating mining machine had kind of poked through the wall of a operational mine into an abandoned mine that had filled up with water over time and sent a deluge of water through the operational mine and stranded folks for 10 days back in the recesses. And this is a song she wrote about that, and she wrote about the effects of coal not only on people that work in it, but also the families and the good that it brings to the mountains, and the employment and the work, and also the struggles that we face through it. Oh, say, did you see him? It was early this morning. He passed by your houses on his way to the coal. He was tall, he was slender, and his dark eyes so tender. His occupation was mining, West Virginia his home. It was just before noon, I was feeding the children, when Mosley came running to bring us the news. Number 8 was all flooded, many men were in danger, and we don't know their number, but we fear they're all doomed. So I picked up the baby and I left all the others to comfort each other and to pray for their own. There is Tommy 14 and there's John not much younger, and their time soon is coming to go down the dark hole. But if I had the money to do more than just feed them, I'd give them good learning, the best could be found. So when they growed up, they'd be checkers and weighers, and not spend their whole lives in the dark underground. And what will I say to his poor little children? And what will I tell to his mother at home? And what will I say to my heart that's clear broken? To my heart that's clear broken, now my darling is gone. I'll do another one of Jean's. Oh, the dark was a-comin', and the day was a-fallin', and I felt that the day was done. But the rain kept raining, and the clouds kept on moving, and broke out the golden that rainbow shine. I was feeling so gloomy, so tired and lonely, and I felt that the day was done. But the rain kept raining, and the clouds kept on moving, and the rainbow filled my soul. And I see that rainbow shine. I see that rainbow shine. Look away over yonder on the top of the mountain, I can see that rainbow shine. Oh, my friends on the road, if you have a heavy load and your life is too hard for you, just keep your eyes on the changing of the skies, and the light will come a-breaking through. You can see that rainbow shine. You can see that rainbow shine. Look away over yonder on the top of the mountain, I can see that rainbow shine. Look away over yonder on the top of the mountain, I can see that rainbow shine. Look away over yonder on the top of the mountain, I can see that rainbow shine. Thank y'all so much. I'll do maybe two more. Two more sounds good? Cool. Tyler and I are right on the same page, I'll tell you what. I'm excited to share a little bit in the dulcimer workshop this afternoon. I brought a few dulcimers if you want to try. Bring yours if you have it. And if you want to give it a try, I brought a few extras too. I also brought some. I didn't have physical copies of my newest album, which is Old Tunes and Sad Songs. You can find that on the places. But I did bring these really cute stickers that I just got, and it's of a little bunny rabbit playing a dulcimer on a rocking chair. So if you want that on your dulcimer case, you can come get one. I've endured, how long must one barefoot in the summer, on into the fall. Too many mouths to feed, could not clothe us all. Went to church on Sunday to learn the golden rule. I've endured, how long must one worked for the rich and I've lived with the poor. I've seen many heartache, I'll see many more. I've lived, loved, and sorrowed, been to success's door. And I've endured, how long must one endure? Born in the mountains many years ago, I've climbed these hills and valleys through all the rain and snow. I've seen the lightning flash and I've heard the thunder roll. I've endured, oh, I've endured. How long must one endure? I've endured, I've endured. How long must one endure? I feel like I drank a Diet Mountain Dew before I got here, so I feel like I gotta play fast. Thank y'all for listening. I'm excited to play later. Y'all are having so much fun this week. What a precious thing y'all are doing. These are the good old days, I think. You're living in the good old days, aren't we? It's happening right now. We just had over in Cowan, in Letcher County, we just had our Cowan Creek Mountain Music School. It reminds me a lot of this place. Thank y'all. Have a good rest of your week. Enjoy your last day together. Enjoy the rest of your summer. This is a tune that was a version of it was collected from Knott County in the black community of Red Fox, a mining community. This is a little Children Go Where I Send Thee. Thanks for listening, y'all. It's been a pleasure being with you. Thank you. Children, go where I send thee. I will send thee. Oh, I'm gonna send thee one by one. One was a little bitty baby, born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. I will send thee. Oh, I'm gonna send thee two by two. Two was a Paul and Silas. One was a little bitty baby, born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. y'all.
Thanks, Tyler.
Oh my gosh, wasn't that incredible? How about a big round of applause for Sarah Kate Morgan? Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for
Thanks,
coming and being
Tyler.
with us. All right, hold tight just a second. Just a couple more announcements, and we'll let you go to workshops. The fun doesn't have to end here this week, particularly if you're local. We offer classes all through the semester in old-time music, banjo and fiddle and guitar and so on and so on. And if you're interested in learning more about those classes or getting registered for the fall semester, or maybe you want to come do something else too, Mountain Empire is a great place to take all sorts of subjects. Folks are doing advising down in Godwin all day, right outside the grill, and so you can go down there and get signed up. And senior citizens are eligible for waivers for certain classes and things. So check it out. Go down to Godwin if you've got questions about getting registered. Oh, there we go. I got cut out. I know I've talked a lot this week. You're probably tired of it. And then one more quick time. Here's your room numbers for workshops. 218, Circle of Fifths. 219 for Dulcimer with Sarah Kate. 119 for the song swap. Jam in here, and we'll see you at the Square Dance tonight at 6 o'clock at Good Times. We'll see y'all later.